Apparently I'm live, so just see how things, see what the delay is this week between my end of things and the actual broadcast. So, hi everyone, if whoever is here yet, if you're seeing me already, it's, I always have to wait a few minutes for the lag to happen. Hello, Canine Cutie. How are you? Hello, Lisa. How's it going? And there I am. So, alright everyone, how's everybody's week been? What's been going on? Notslip is here. Hi, Devlin, Reader in Black, all my weekly friends, it's all good. Notslip, I'm sorry you missed last week, but good to have you back. Hi, Killswitch. Hey everyone, so good to see everybody. Well, this week I am getting a, as you can see, very late start on some of the Hugo nominees, considering that I think like in 2 weeks I'll be in Worldcon at the conference, so at when those awards will be given out, so we will see what's happening. Let's see, Raf is here reading Alien Earths by Lisa Kaltenegger, I'm gonna say. Cool. Alright, and so yeah, everybody, let me know, let us all know what you're reading in the in chat. Your Disney World, oh good lord, yeah, I mean, summer is the worst time to go there generally. But I hope you had a good time despite being insanely hot. I don't really have a whole heck of a lot of news other than just prepping for Scotland. And it's going to be a pretty awesome trip, but there is a lot of prep that I've really got to start, being serious about right now. But otherwise, I'm trying to finish a few reviews, get some reviews pre-recorded, and scheduled up on the channel for when I'm gone, and I also suspect that I might record a thing or two while I'm there, just for the sake of novelty. But anyway, let's see. Canine Cutie hasn't quite decided what to read tonight. Slumps happen. Yes, I know, they do. Notslip is reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. Okay. Devlin is reading Blackwater to the Levee by Michael McDowell. He's a horror writer, right? Yeah, Ancillary Justice, Lisa Evans is reading. I'm probably on books, but Exotic Worlds and Exotic Worlds 2. Okay, are these story collections or novels or what, Ralph? There's no more. Kelswitch is still working on the Hexologists. This is not a book that needed to be 300 pages long. Interesting, okay. I mean, 300 pages is not particularly long for a novel these days. So, is it really that bloated? It's interesting. Anyway. Well, it's good to have all of you here. It's good to be with you. I think we're going to have a good train night because, while setting up, several came by. So, fingers crossed we'll get a little bit of that going on. Reader in Black is reading A Song Below Water. Okay, I have seen that. Yeah. Kate is also going to start The Saint of Bright Doors as well. Books Teen Owls, reading a book 2 in Moon-Based Delta series by Gerald M. Kilby. Short story collections. Okay, Raph, thanks for that info. Interesting. Canine Cutie is tempted to start Iron Gold, so I can listen to the audiobook. Ooh, wow, yeah. Yeah, you want to have a good audiobook queued up for a 10-hour drive, so good luck with that. Be safe. Let's see, Killswitch. So much world building in the Hexologist. Could have been spread out in future books. I don't know, I haven't heard anything to the effect of whether or not that is going to be an ongoing series, or if that's just a standalone, but it sounds like by what you're describing that it could very well be an ongoing series, and maybe should be. At least that's what I'm getting from what you've said there. Okay, everyone, well, let's see, I'm pretty sure, yes, before Session 2, beginning of Session 2, I have a package today to open. So we'll see. There'll be like the mini mailbag, just one book, but that's all right. I'm getting a ton of e-arcs from NetGalley. But what's interesting is that I just got the email for, they send these out several months in advance for December Tor releases. And everything on Tor's calendar is completely cleared except for Wind and Truth, which is the 5th Stormlight novel by Sanderson. That's it. There's no Tor Teen releases, there's no Tor.com releases, there's no Nightfire releases for December. It's all just Wind and Truth. They're putting everything behind that one. Kind of wild, but yeah, I guess when you have an 800-pound gorilla in your I guess what is it? Not stable would not be the right word. I guess stable, yeah, of writers. Why not? But yes, I'll miss having other things from them to read that much. But other publishers will fill in that gap, won't they? Okay, well, thank you, Devin. I enjoy the mailbags too. I miss doing them weekly. Maybe those days will come back again at some point. But otherwise, yeah. So we're going to get going here. Let's just see real quick. Online. Come on, Thomas. And timer. So come on. Why is everything? I think this laptop is on its last leg. So yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, here we are. So modest little crowd to start tonight, but that's all right. No problem. Let me just reset and. So yeah, let's see. Let me just catch up real quick. Nothing else going on really in chat. The last sentence in Exologist is the adventure continues. Okay, well there you are then. That answers that. Karen Bird is reading A Deepness in the Sky. It is rather long. Congrats for sticking with it. It is worth it. So, and I think all the books in that series are worth it. The Children of the Sky, I think, it has gotten some it's been unfairly maligned, I think, by some readers of that series. I actually think it's quite an underrated book. It is not up to the first couple, but I think it has really special qualities of its own that make it worthwhile. So, all right then, here we are, 45 minutes and counting for session 1. And as always, it is wonderful to have all of you here and be with all of you on a very warm and sultry, for me, anyway, Thursday night. But I got the fan again tonight, and I am completely wiped down with here's my non-sponsorship, STEM mosquito wipes. These really work, so good to have. All right, everybody. Let's hang out and read. Oh, good choice, Canine Cutie. Well done. Devil takes you home. Hey, Super Strange Shadow. Yeah. No, it is mostly a crime book. But, it didn't last long. Hopefully it'll come back. That train. it'll be a decent night for trains tonight, so... Hey, old biker fan, how's it going? I have not yet tried that. Everyone I know has read it. I have a copy. I feel like I'm waiting for the right time to just sit down and with House of Leaves and just be like, okay, let's do this. So, yeah. So it is on the stack. And I'm actually, the more time goes by, the more interested I am in, like, even if it's just a bucket list thing, right? Check. Red House of Leaves. Yeah, I would like to do it. The only worry is that, I don't know, hype is too strong a word maybe, but just the reputation of the book precedes it. And so I have to really make an effort to just ignore all of that when it's time to read it and just try to go in cold. And yeah. So but you guys will be the first to know when it is time. I know the people who the people who've read it all seem to just like love it. It's like an experience. So I want to maximize the experience of it. Yeah. Yeah, I understand it's a real rabbit hole, so... Well, see, that sounds really exciting. It's super strange. Yeah. I do like weird fiction, but fiction that tries to stretch boundaries and do unusual, innovative things. I'm always up for that. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't finish the Illuminate trilogy myself, but I will probably do that eventually. Hermann Hesse, I grew up like being aware of, but biker fan, but yeah, I've never been quite sure which one to start with. Hello, Matthew G. Oh, Atenasio. There's a name. What's that? There's a name I have not heard in a long time. Yes. Is Atenasio even still alive? Still writing? I don't know. Have to look that up, but welcome, anyway, Matthew. Oh, living in Hawaii. Yeah, it's been ages since I've heard of a new book from Atenasio. Hello, Brittany. Excellent choice. Read that recently myself. I'm preparing a complete trilogy review video for it. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's dramatic. Inside a volcano. Hey, Comrade Nerd. Hello, George. Good to have you back. Hope you're doing well tonight. George, as always, you are much, much too generous, and thank you. It's very humbling. This is going to be extra pub money for WorldCon. Many thanks. I'll have a little shot of whiskey, genuine Scotch whiskey in your honor, when I'm out there. I hope your health is well. That you do. You know what, though? I gotta be honest with you. I really like Modestet, you know? More even with his later work. He's just, you know, he's, good lord, he must be 80 now, but he's doing good work. You know, if I have to have somebody who writes too many books, I could think of worse people to do that. For sure. So, yeah. Yeah. Happy to have him stick around and writing more. Alright, okay, that is, as you know, end of the first session. Gonna take 5, and hopefully we'll come back to more trains and more books, and so we'll see you in a second. Okay, and we are back for a second session. So, you know what? I mentioned a book, a mini mailbag, and I didn't get it. So, hang on a sec. Enjoy my empty chair for a few seconds. While, enjoy the tea lights. See, this is why all of you tune into my streams every week. It's the incredible professionalism, isn't it? So, all right. Anyway, let's try this. See some dogs. Yeah, think about that. They're all kind of they're a little bit too big to like come out here and hold up to the camera now. And I'll be honest with you, a couple of the puppies. This seems to be a sibling thing. If the litter isn't adopted out or separated after a certain point, you start to see conflict and some fighting, and we've seen a little bit of that. So we have a real impetus to at least try to get one or two of them out the door very soon. But oh well. So let's see. So Emo asked about like where do you recommend Modasit? The first thing to know about Modasit is that he is a very detailed writer in terms of how he constructs a scene, builds a world. He can be the kind of writer who will describe a room like right down to its floor tiles, right? Okay, but it's and sometimes a lot of people find him like, oh, this is really too slow, I can't manage it. I find though that in his best books, when he's really cooking with his story, that level of detail can be extremely immersive. There are other books where it's not, right? We're just sort of like, okay, let's get on with it. So he's not like, the books are you kind of have to just sit with them for a bit and let them kind of, you just sort of got to inhabit the world, right? And understand, just give it its time. But if you're willing to stick with that, then I think you will find very rewarding reading in his stuff. But the reason I recommended Imager as a good starting spot is that it's not too much of that, right? In his less good books, it can be too much. It can be like, God, when is this going to just start, right? Because he's really into just the details of his environment and his world and the political systems and the people who are, all that sort of thing. But Imager, I think, is very accessible to a new reader. I think that would be like, for a starting point, would be a good book. Anyway, so alrighty then. Well, we'll see. So this is just one little package. It says it comes from Start Midnight LLC. No idea, but all right then. Here we go. I keep losing track of who is out there promoting what is left of Pyre Books. That sounds like a cool thing to say, but they're a fantastic imprint that is kind of a shadow of what it was like 20 years ago. They were really major players a while back, and then it's kind of faded out. But anyway, an imprint of Start Science Fiction now. Great. Well, it's still good to have them around in any capacity. And this looks like it is the U.S. edition of the third volume of Ken MacLeod's most recent trilogy. And I don't know if the trilogy has a name, but Beyond the Light Horizon, and then the previous two, going to be Beyond the Hallowed Sky, and then there's one before that. But it's called the Lightspeed Trilogy, and this is the last one. So it says, if you like science fiction, you'll love this. A rollicking good read, says the Scotsman on Beyond the Hallowed Sky, because that's where Ken MacLeod is from, if the name was not a giveaway. Apparently, he has. They're doing this thing at Worldcon where they're premiering like an opera that he's written. No, Hayes. Yeah, Hayes is a. Yeah. First Modest. Yeah, that's. I actually. He's written a ton of fantasy and slightly less science fiction. Modest has. I tend to prefer his science fiction, but I like it. Pyre was part of Prometheus, George. But they, I think, sold the imprints, or when they were reorganizing or something. I don't even know what's become of Prometheus. But they did start out as an imprint of Prometheus. And then I believe they were sold to, no, I'm making a mistake. It was Nightshade Books that was sold to that different kind of parent company. And Start Science Fiction from Hoboken are now, I guess, handling, again, what is left of Pyre. But Pyre really were, they came on with a bang in the 2000s. And they were bringing a whole lot of great science fiction over from like England and Scotland and Europe and what have you. And then something happened in like the 2010s when they sort of pulled back and they became like the steampunk imprint, right? It was like all steampunk all the time from Pyre. And it's like, well, that was weird. And I think they lost a lot of people with that because because it wasn't, those weren't the books that the brand was built upon. You know what? So, I would say jump into Modest, Comrade Nerd, when it is. Oh, okay. Well, you've read Hayes. Okay, there you go. So you're not a noob, but yeah. But if you are noobs to Modest, I say jump in to him when you really have just the time to sit and concentrate and allow yourself to be immersed. So there we are. Okay, so, well, that was a mini mailbag then. Here's a train, and here we go. 45 minutes and counting for session 2. You'll get there, George. Yes, I'm a gamer, but distinctly a console peasant. Must be said, but no shame there. But yes, I like a good story-based game. Yeah, George and I started that one, didn't we, though? I mean, forever ago, but we did start that one. Deep Rock Galactic. I have the Series X, Biker fan. Xbox Series X. I have a Switch somewhere. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know where it is. I haven't turned it on in a while, but I have that one as well. All of them, wow. So do I, George. Miss them a great deal. No, I have not. I have not managed to keep in touch with them. Ever since I dropped Facebook from my social media experience. So, but that was a good gaming group. I do think that your whole approach to stealthing could use a bit more stealth, just generally speaking, but, not saying that it's, charging in where angels fear to tread is a bad thing, but yes. This book is starting out really well. I mean, really good. I'm very pleased that I've finally gotten into this one. I haven't read that one by Ishiguro, but I read The Buried Giant. And it was very melancholy in many ways. Yeah, Little Life definitely sounds like the kind of thing I would not necessarily care to read. George. Yeah. I read the first 2 books in the Recluse series. That is Modest's probably oldest and longest running fantasy series. I think it's up to like book 23 now. But it's told in like several, isolated story arcs. And I didn't really care for them at the time. I mean, I thought they had some good ideas. Was not wild about the execution. But I have been thinking recently about, well, maybe I'll give the first one another try, years later, since I've read some of Modest's later stuff, and I'm a little bit more acclimated to his style now, and see what I think. I mean, you don't get nearly 24 books in the series if there's nothing in it to appeal to a wide readership, so, yeah. But mostly it's very traditional fantasy for him, There's chaos magic, order magic, the 2 sides are in conflict, you know how it is, so. Good night, Biker fan. Good to have you. Hope to see you back. Go. Beep. It just didn't occur to me exactly how loud that beep 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 might be when it's like right there on the computer itself. So, wow. Okay. So, Kate, yes, I agree. I've enjoyed the reading tonight, but the chat, especially in second session, the chat got really good as some folks turned up a little late this evening, but always good to see you. Okay, so I know we're going to have one more of these before I leave for Scotland, and then it'll probably be like a gap of 3 weeks while I'm gone. But between now and then, I'm going to keep the reading up, and so please be sure to, do your best to make it next Thursday. I know most of you do. You've set aside this evening, Thursday evenings for this little event. And as always, I'm really grateful for it. It's just wonderful company. It's a great group of people, all of you. And I feel very, very fortunate, that SFF180 has you, that I have you to hang and read with and be friends with and all of it. So, yeah. I hope to see you there, Kate. For sure. It's going to be very, very exciting. I'd love to do that, kill switch, but I realized that in order to do that and keep like the same time frame, I'd have to start at like 1:30 in the morning, and so unfortunately that part's not going to happen. But yes, George, the Discord bugging will continue until. But anyway, you see, Canine Cutie, you're going to be on your own trip next week. So, all right. But anyway, updates will be, on community posts on the channel, as well as the SFF180 .booktube Instagram, as always. So, thank you all. It's wonderful to see you, wonderful to be here. I had a great time with you, as always. And as I always say, until next time, stay safe and healthy, and happy reading. Hello, Aura. Glad you made it for the end. And we did have a good reading night. So, hope to see you next Thursday for sure. And good to have you back, Not Slip. So, stay safe, stay healthy, happy reading, and good night, everyone.